everybody, this is Alchemist2 and I'm back again with another movie review. I just recently saw Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children and it was absolutely mesmerizing. I was just transfixed the entire time. And yes, it had the typical macabre humor we've come to expect from Tim Burton, and I really thought it was a delight to see Dame Dench play another role, which I thought was absolutely perfect for her, but I'm not going to say what role she played, as it's a surprise. It just gave me such a an effervescent squee of fangirl giggles and the matrix of my heart, but personally, I thought it was very true to the book series, which I absolutely love, and I am still reading Tales of the Peculiar, which I'm just devouring. It is just Rustum. He's just an unbelievable author. He is so very descript, and his humor is rather dark. But I actually enjoy that kind of humor, and due to the fact that Halloween is just around the corner, one of my favorite times of year, by the way, it couldn't be more thoughtfully planned out. And I'm not going to go into what the story is about if you've read the books and you know what the tale entails. Sorry. But at its crux, it deals with family. And I just really think that the Anglo-Saxons are those of the kind of heritage, or just Europeans in general, tell that story the best, because it seems to me, and I might be biased, that we are closest to our family members, and there were a couple moments that actually brought me to tears due to obvious reasons, but it just, to me, was a sparkling example of what you can do with stunning visuals and the panorama. I don't know if they filmed this in Wales or not, but if they did, I want to visit in the worst way, because it's just absolutely breathtaking. And I adored all the I thought all the characters were outstanding. Even Enoch, whom I didn't like at the beginning, but then I realized why. He had his stubborn streak and his jealous, possessive nature. I got it. I thought, that makes sense. But they thoughtfully give you background into all these different characters. They're not just flat, two-dimensional characters that you can't relate to. But Jake, I thought, was the most intriguing of all the characters, because he takes you into that world of the unknown and unusual, and that's what makes it so appealing, I think, and that's what I really enjoy. I just like the whole air of mystery. It's a horror film at its core. There are some moments that are just terrifying, but it's I don't think that very small children should see it, because it might give them nightmares. Especially some scenes with Samuel L. Jackson and those very unnerving, sinister characters. And I'm not going to go into how they are important, but they are integral to the plot, as considering the foils to our hero, which would be Jake. And there are some very amusing, like, it's not about the humor this time. It's more about good versus evil, and how to be brave and courageous even though it might seem the odds are against you, and knowing that you can use your talents, or in this case they call it your peculiarity, for good. And It's just such a really phenomenal yarn, woven together so very well that I didn't see any gaps, or there were no moments that I felt like, oh geez, this is really boring, because no, I wasn't. I was just completely enchanted by the whole thing. And yeah, this is right up my alley. So I just think that Burton is a genius, and I'm not sure who did the soundtrack, but it sounded rather familiar. I'm pretty sure it was Burton as well, because he composes a lot of his own scores, and it sounded Burton-esque, if that's an adjective, or whatever. This is the perfect family film, I think, especially if you like movies that are off the beaten path. It has kind of that Harry Potter feel to it, you know, the whole mystery of the unknown, the kind of unsettling factor, the ominous kind of obscurity of it all, and you think, I don't know if I should be curious about that, because it has this foreboding about it as well, which I like. And no place could have been better to have done that than England, but Wales too, because Wales, England, Ireland, all these places are steeped in legend. And in fact, I'm reading a book on Celtic legend, which is absolutely fascinating. And I thought, no wonder I like the Celts so much, because I'm going off track here, but the Celtic legends always have to do with some kind of seduction going on, and romance, getting spurned, and etc. But yeah, it's very interesting. But suffice it to say, this had kind of a very spooky, eerie feel to it, and the monsters in and of themselves really had that kind of Slender Man feel. I do believe. I think that they got their inspiration from that, and the whole kind of Japanese monster. I thought, ooh, this is something that would come out of horror film that you would see, like Tokyo Shock kind of thing. And I should know, because I like Tokyo Shock stuff, but I really don't watch Tokyo Shock stuff anymore due to the fact that it gives me nightmares. But I enjoyed the Grudge films are my favorite. Still my favorite. Still scare the crap out of me. The Ring and The Ring 2, the originals, both frightened me equally. Dark Water, I know a lot of people flamed it, but it's still creepy as heck. But this had a lot of those elements, and it didn't tone them down. It made it more explainable to a younger audience, but still, I think that very small children shouldn't be allowed to see this movie due to the fact that it is very frightening, and it'll give you the heebie-jeebies and maybe give you nightmares at night. Who knows? But despite that, I do believe that at its core, it is a movie that brings forth the whole idea of family values and friendship and overcoming adversity in times of trial and tribulation, even though you feel the odds, like I said, like the odds are insurmountable and you might just want to give up. But they don't give up. And as far as I'm concerned, it deserves 2 thumbs way up, 5 stars hands down. This is a stupendous film, especially for the holidays with Halloween just right around the corner. And it couldn't be better, and Burton should be praised for his work, as he is just an absolute visionary, and I'm hoping that he'll get some kind of accolade or accolades. And if they don't vote for best costumes and best SFX in this movie, I'm going to be very disappointed. I don't know. I'm not sure how it'll go this year. Typically, I don't watch the Oscars just because it's a popularity contest, but maybe it'll be different this coming year. Who knows? Fingers crossed. Here's hoping. But anyway, I adored this film. I absolutely ate it up. I thought it was sumptuously done. Like I said, the background was just glorious to look at. The greenery and the scenery, the effects, the plot, just everything about this. Even the music was probably my favorite thing, because I'm at my heart I am a musician. But it just really, it transports you literally to another world. And I'm not going to go into the mechanism of plot in and of itself, because if I do, it'll spoil it, and I don't really want to do that. If you want to see it, it's just, I don't think anything could have been translated better on screen. I think Burton, he did it in such a way that it defies all my expectations. And I thought, whoa, normally this doesn't happen with me, but Harry Potter, did that, even though they cut out generous sections of particular books in the series due to the fact that the books were so big. But speaking of which, I'm looking forward to seeing Fantastic Beasts when it comes out. And that's going to come out 4 days after my birthday, actually. And I'm probably going to pass up Medea and Inferno just because I'm trying to save money. But Doctor Strange, I'm definitely going to see in the cinema. And Fantastic Beasts, I'm definitely. Moana and Lion, I am too. Those are the other ones, but since I'm trying to really cut back and budget, those are going to be the only other movies I see when I'm out and about. But that's all I got to say for now. Until next time. Live long, prosper. Ciao, Tootsie.